As anticipated, CPI numbers were shit. Well, not that they were shit, but there was just no change, right? So previous was 3.8. We came in just as I expected, but core CPI data here was lower than previous. And then we have RPI, which I don't even know what the hell that is. But clearly, it all was just bad. What does this even stand for? What is RPI? Retail Price Index. Okay. Yeah, so those are the things that ended up happening last night, which I wanted to exit a little bit earlier, but there was really nothing that they gave us for concrete evidence. So this is what we're looking at. We lost just about 2.5%. We got break even on one that was hit on these orders, and 2.5% was risked on this setup here. So we're done with those both. So I'm potentially looking for buys on GJ if it reacts to this level of support, which it currently is right now. I wanted to catch GCAD, but I don't know. I didn't have any margin to trade GCAD. This is what we would have taken if I had margin. I didn't have any margin. So there was no way that I could enter in because we were so balls deep on GJ that there was nothing that I could do. But as you can see, this is right now currently up 1 to 2. But we'd be looking for TP just around here, 633, and then start looking for continuations. But that was a very good reversal that I was honestly waiting on. The first instance was here. I was aiming here to see if we could get any reversals. But once it didn't give me any confirmation of a reversal, I just decided to keep my GJ orders open because if there's no sign of a reversal, then what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not going to be getting anything, then there's no point in submitting an order. But come London session, we did catch a reversal down here. I seen it at 11 o'clock. And at the time, we were also creating a rejection on GJ. So it was, it was up for discussion. It was like, I don't know. They both look decent. And I could have pulled out on one and then just went in on the other, which in hindsight would have been a good thing. But, we keep hindsight out of things. But I think this is going to be my last order. I may save some for a GCAD because we are seeing some reversals. But other than that, I think I'm done. So we have some rejection here on GJ. Show you what I'm looking at. We have some rejection here, level of support. I like it for the most part, but at the same time, I want to see if there's better orders. I was looking at GU. There is no reversal yet. We have a reversal area down at 329, but other than that, we're just chilling. So this is my last order. Hopefully we can make something of it. I just remembered that I'm probably changing the heck out of the. Sorry, I was hitting my hotkeys on accident. But yeah, this is going to be our last order on GJ, or really for this quarter. So, we want to make it a good one. We don't want to be on some foo-foo. But man, I wanted GCAD so bad. Oh man, I wanted it so bad. I should have just fucking closed. Because that's the one that I was looking for, actually. Because we won. Well, we technically won an order on the last week. Okay, so let's move these over so I can see what's going on. Now, if I'm going to buy in on GJ, my order is going to look a bit like this to hold those levels of support. And that'll be about it. So we'll be same target. I still do believe that there is a chance that we catch some rejection here. Because if we check the higher time frames, they look decent. I can see a rejection happening here and exploding. And we're showing signs of buying. So what's SL? 706. I'll scale in my first order now. And I'll wait for confirmation of support. And then go from there. So, as you can see, we're catching some buy volume. Like I said, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the pound's economy didn't really go anywhere. It's the same that it's been since last month. Because I'm pretty sure it's released monthly. Yes, it's released monthly. So it's the same as last month. And last month, well, August was decent. Like that was a good change. September it stayed the same. And then October, it stayed the same. So in reality, there's really nothing that happened. It's just we stayed the same. But they were forecasted to make another increase, which I don't even know why they did that. I don't know why they got so big headed. Was like, yeah, we're gonna make an increase. No, you're not, bro. This economy is doo doo because of Trump and his business with these markets, bro. It is just absurd what is going on. We're like having a race to see who has the worst economy. That's kind of what I see it as. Who has the worst economy? And then we're just making bets on that. And it changes day to day, which is the wild part. But I just want to look at GCAD, bro, because I wanted GCAD so bad. I wanted to catch that reversal. So I knew it was coming. I just had to, it was just a patience game. Like if I'd have stayed up and traded London, then I possibly could have caught that. Because I believe we got hit out on GJ at about 1 a.m. Let's see. Yeah, 1:15. So I could have closed over there. Or really when 1 o'clock hit, that'd have been the signal for me. And then stayed up until, I mean, shoot, you can see it right here. 1 o'clock. Could have got entries. Bing, bong, boom, bing. Flyer. So I'm not giving up on trading, guys. Like when I say I'm done with Forex, like doesn't mean I'm done with trading. I just don't see a reason to be trading currency. Besides GCAD. GCAD's my only hope. GU looks like crap, okay? Unless GU decides to break this counter we have here, then there's no reason for me to touch it. Either breaks this counter or comes down here and hits a freaking reversal. One of the two, guys. That's all I'm going for. It's either you're either breaking this counter or you're coming here and you're hitting a reversal. GCAD is really the only sound option. And this is just reversal. So if reversal hits TP, that's good. If it decides to continue it down to the downside, that's fine. If I was in this order, it would be at break even at this point because it is a reversal. I have different standards on reversals. And um I'm thinking. Yeah, so if we can break this counter on GCAD, that'd be freaking perfect, guys. Like I'm telling you, be freaking perfect. I have some games that I want to buy. I do. So that'd be nice to start making some gains back in the portfolio. But this is what we're looking at. And as you can see, my last couples are W's. I mean, ignore this one. Okay. Ignore that one. But W. I didn't take this one into account. I didn't have any margin. W. I'm counting that as a honorary W. And then we have this one that may be a W. There's a high chance, bro. Look at the volume on CAD. They sold that down to buy that back up. Which is exactly what I was looking for. I could have set a limit order. It's possible. And what's crazy is I was not tired last night either. I just went to sleep. Um, it looks decent, guys. But it's gonna really have to do some convincing. That's where I'm at. You have to really convince me now. Just because of how stupid the volume has been. Because admittedly, it should have already bought up. We had a break at a counter over here. So we began to break yesterday or Monday. Yesterday was confirmation of the break. And then today, what did we do? We came back and we touched our toes. Like I said, we possibly could. And now going into the next day, which is, I don't know, I think it's Thursday. We may be looking at something like this going up there. Very high chance of that happening. Like the next like Thursday's candlestick may be insane. If there's any news, no, there's actually no news. And mind you, remember we was talking about the JPY. I was talking about that trade balance. This shit was way lower, bro. So in reality, should GJ be falling? No. But people trade fear. A lot of people are trading the potential of an interest rate cut. Another interest rate cut from the Bank of England this year looks uncertain after the latest UK inflation data came in cooler than expected. Annual inflation rate was unchanged in September, coming in at 3.8% for the third month in a row. The data released by the Office of National Statistics Wednesday shows that the financial squeeze on consumers and businesses remains high, but there are hopes that this could be the peak. The Bank of England forecast earlier this year that the consumer price index will top out at 4%, double the central bank's target. So, I mean, I don't even know why they made that forecast. They're idiots for that. And I should have seen it coming. I believe I did see it coming, for being honest. I don't remember what I was saying in the last recording. I have no clue. But I know it was something along the lines of I don't feel confident in CPI data because just the pulse on the markets is it's not good. It's dying. But I'm ready to switch over to futures. We're going into a retracement on gold. And we're looking really good on the Dow. So I'm going to be trading these moving into 2026. Will I still keep my Forex portfolio? Of course. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just where would I put my main focus? I'm putting my main focus on futures because it pays way more and it moves in the time frame that I like, and it's so smooth, bro. Like it's so smooth. The only thing that's trading smooth right now is GCAD, and I'm upset that I didn't catch that. And what's crazy is that the move on GJ looks so clean when I caught it. You know, this is a clean setup. Now, granted, I probably shouldn't have taken this extra order, but based on the continuation setup, bro, it's a good continuation setup. A decent one. So, I mean, that is what it is. I stuck very hard to my bias. Instead of freeing up that margin, I should have left that margin open. So then I was able to catch GCAD. But at the same time, it just didn't look well. The price action that we were looking at when we took those trades, it was right here. You know, potential reversals. I would have possibly taken that. But I don't know. Who knows? 87.050. Way too strong for me. I'll just wait for either a continuation to the downside. We could trade that, but I don't really want to. This is a counter trend trade. And we're so strong in this bull run that I believe tomorrow we'll catch some buys to the upside. Hopefully, I get caught in this BS. It's like Groundhog Day. Isn't it the same thing that happened? Because if it does that, then it's definitely Groundhog Day, bro. Where I buy in over here. Good movement, you know, solid support level. It comes out that there's some shitty news, lo and behold. And then what happens after the shitty news? It comes down, stops me out, and then goes straight to TP. That's what happened last week. Our last official setup. That's exactly what happened. So if GJ does the same thing, I mean, it kind of looks like it's gearing up for something like that, right? Am I crazy? Or do those look very similar? This portion over here. It looks so similar, it's insane. Let me see what that price action was like during that time. And then let's see GJ's. Wrong one. It's crazy how much they look alike. Mm. I just don't see us selling here. Like selling through to the downside? Can it? Of course. Of course it can. I just don't see it though. We got some reaction off of the support level again. So we came hit. So this is clearly a strong support level, a strong enough support level that they keep sending it to. And when they send it there, it just bounces right back up. How many times is hit here? We have some hits over here. We have some hits over here. This area is clearly a support level. Why doesn't it hold stronger? I don't know. Because we're looking for this parabolic state over here where we just Boom. We're looking for that basically on the right side. But what it seems like it's trying to do is the bears are trying to break this formation by pushing through that area, which will send it back to the gap close or the gap open, whatever. So I'm picking up on it. But we'll be waiting for some level of support to be formed on the lower time frames. Some good, decent close volume to show me what's good. And then we'll make a decision whether or not we should close these orders or retain them. And right now we are selling off of this high. I want to get better at my lower time frame entries. I'm so used to trading higher time frames that I just don't even think about the lower time frames. My entry should be down here. I don't see any signs of rejection off of this candlestick I'm closing. That's because my entry was a little shit, yeah. And I just want to work on that patience. Because there's still that residual feeling of like missing out a little bit. So it's it's a good time to iron that out. I'm already down in the portfolio. There's no recovering this quarter. I don't believe so. I mean, the odds of us getting two decent setups are pretty low right now. Just because of how the market is flowing. It's flowing like shit. Okay. I mean, shout out to the people who are making money. You guys are definitely taking mine. Okay. So I'll be your liquidity. But only thing that's worth trading is GCAP. If GJ does not react to this level, it's chopped cheese, bro. I'm not trading GJ again until it's back at 198 or it's above fucking 203. Like, show me something. I'm sick of trading in the middle of horse shit. That's the best way to describe it. Oh. All right, we're gonna close and look for a better entry in the lower time frame. That one didn't count. You didn't see that. Okay, it's giving me what I want. I just need a solid close, and then we're back in. Which will probably be in where I was the last time, but it's off principle, you know. At least I can say I know that there's a level of support here instead of just entering in. I don't know why I was doing that. Like very eager to get into the trade. It's a good rejection. So yeah, it'll be just about exactly where we were, or somewhere near that area. No major news happening right now, right? You check Twitter. No, there's nothing. Should be good going into New York. I believe our first order was what? 433. So we're about 2 pips off right now. I'm thinking because of this push, I'm willing to go half. That's a solid rejection off of that support level. I'm willing to go half. So we'll scale in on 2 positions and then just have the last one for confirmation. I gotta piss. Okay. All right. So where would they get me in at? Like a pip higher, bro. Not even. Actually, we're in the exact same spot. Right there. I may actually tighten my stops because if it bounces here again, bro, I'm not feeling that. I say because the only reason I'm entering in off of this is based on these lows here around the 9. So we break that, I'm out. Surely. So we'll go just about 15 pips higher. Because there's no news. There's no way that it should. If we're buying, there's no way it should do that. Especially with that volume that we just saw in this candle. If it breaks to the downside, bro, which is looking like it may. If we don't hold up support, you could say the beginning is here, all the way down to this reversal area here. Then it's GG's, fam. 110%. But we'll look for a confirmation and we'll enter in the rest of the position. So we're in just over 1%, 1.5%. What's crazy is how deep in positions we were in yesterday. Oh, stupid CPI, bro. We were in so deep. Close bullish. I'm back. I'm in full position. Nice. 204.89, 205.312. I think we'll take out those highs on a daily. I think so. It's my last trade, y'all. Before we close out the quarter. That's if this miss. If it hit, we got some more winning to do, god damn it. I want to at least end the year break even. That's what I want to do. Is at least end the year break even. We're looking decent. So far, so good. Look, it maybe it need this motivation. There we go. We got the rocket ship in place. Right there. I hear that little Einstein song in my head, so you know what the fuck that mean, bro. I don't know what that mean, bro. You already know. What's the math on this? Am I at 2% yet? Just about. That's over 2% if I add that extra. Over 2.5%. Sending it. All right, we're fully in. So let me go ahead and call that in the Discord. Stops. 201. TV2 would be, let's see. Yeah. Already seeing some signs of rejection, but if it breaks this trend line, I'm out anyway. Like the moment we break, I'm giving it some breathing room to test, but we shouldn't be dropping below 202. If it do, then I'm done playing with it. You know, I have time for this. Telling you, I'm so cool off Forex right now. I'm so cool off it. It's just it ain't been moving the way that I want it to. You know, for me to actually invest in it. But look, you guys, we got some We got some games to run because I'm not gonna sit here and stare at the charts for what it should take about a day. It should be closed around Friday, maybe Monday at the latest. So we're going to be finishing GTA 4. That's what we're doing. We're doing the second half of GTA 4. So if you haven't already watched that, go ahead and check that out. That's if you like games. You know, if you just fucking with the trading content, then just wait for my next trading day, whenever that may be. But yeah. So I just realized that I didn't even release the other one. So this is all one video because I decided to trade today. So yeah, the I guess you'll just be watching the whole GTA finale. I mean, you got to see behind the scenes. This is what I do before I end up before I start gaming. So yeah, um, that's really all that we have for today. But what I really wanted to say was that I'm going to be moving from forex to futures, just because of how sporadic the market is. We have so much uncertainty with Trump's decisions. You know, I don't really care what he does. I care what the market says about what he does. I would rather the market just be, you know, certain on whatever it is that he's saying. If he says, "Look, we're doing tariffs," and it's like, "Okay, we're just going to buy or we're going to sell." That's cool with me. But this up and down stuff where one day it's up, the next day it's down, all economies are just playing who's in last place type of game. I'm not a fan of it. So hopefully we see some rejection off of that support level. If not, that'll be our last position that we have submitted for the quarter, essentially. I wanted it to be on GCAD, but we didn't get GCAD. We were in on full margin, well, somewhat full margin on GJ, but not enough to enter into any orders on GCAD. So we ended up missing out on that. But it would have been a lovely experience to, hop in on that. So yeah, that's really all. Those are my thoughts for this trading month, this trading quarter. It's been not the best, but you know, you try to make the best of each situation. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do something with GJ. I see some potential, but like I said, we break that trend line, I'm out, which I'll be closely monitoring it so I don't waste as much money, because if I can get a setup on GCAD, then I'll absolutely take a setup on GCAD. It's just that there are no other setups besides the one that I see on GJ. Like it's a valid setup, valid area of support, valid area that has been reacted to, not once, not twice, but like 5 or 6 times. And each time it's been bullish, strong bullish. So we're just looking to catch that strong bullish momentum once again. That's really all. But if I do take a trade on GCAT, you guys will know for sure. I'll make a video on it. You know, I'm cool with live trading during the day. London session, I don't have my camera on. It's dark in here. I'm not trying to have it all lit. So it is what it is, family. But I'll catch y'all in the next time that I see y'all. Peace.